My name is Amos Joel, and I've been in the telecommunication business all my life.
Amos Joel was an incredible genius, and I think most geniuses are not motivated to invent by money. They're motivated to invent just by their own curiosity.
I am the inventor of the cell phone.
He was the sole named inventor on a patent that described a system of having a series of cell towers, and your cellular telephone would communicate by radio frequency with the various cell towers. As you moved around, your call would be switched seamlessly from tower to tower to tower, and if a lot of people in one area decided they were going to make calls all at once, their calls could be switched to different towers, so you could have multiple people, many people in the same area, talking on the same frequency at the same time by using different towers.
It is not only useful in the telecommunication field, but it's very useful in sending pictures back and forth.
And he thought that that was the greatest honor that he could receive, was to go and work at Bell Telephone Laboratories.
People, friends of mine, took me around the Bell Laboratories and introduced me to all these names that I'd known over the years as inventors in the telephone field.
He felt that it was the most unique combination of brains, business, and forward thinking. It was a think tank, and it was something that was extraordinary and legendary, and there will never be that like again.
Dad never bragged about the fact that he was responsible for technology in the cell phone industry. He never, it wasn't important for him to have that kind of acknowledgement. The only time that I remember him really being proud of the fact that he was involved with cell phone telephony was during 9/11. He was saying how excited he was that he was able to provide a service for people to have their last connection with their loved ones.
We went to see The Boy from Oz, and at one point in the storyline, Hugh Jackman, who was playing Peter Allen, broke the fourth wall, and he goes out into the audience. So he singled out one gentleman who happened to be our father, and he asked our father, "What do you do?" And he said, "Well, I'm retired now, but I invented the cell phone." And he said, "Well, what do you use? What kind of a cell phone do you use?" At which point he picks up this brick that he invented so many years ago that was still functional, and he said, "You know, Amos, they do have smaller versions now."
Yeah, it can get a little more portable. Not that you want it to be very much more portable. People seem to lose them.
The one thing I would want people to remember and consider about my Uncle Amos is he was somebody who always wanted to do what was right, always wanted to do what was best, always was willing to share his creative genius,